Hi there, my fellow viewers. Today, we're going to talk about 10 controversial points about the Trump administration. I know, everyone is talking about it. But Alice wants to give her 2 cents as well. Firstly, let's talk about immigration policies and border control under the Trump administration. It is a topic that you either love or hate. But one thing is certain. It has polarized the country. Some argue that his policies have increased border control and limited illegal immigration, while others argue that it has caused unnecessary separation of families and is inhumane. The second point is the Trump-Russia collusion investigation and subsequent impeachment trial. Let's face it, it was a big deal, but with the evidence presented, I think the outcome was expected. Now, let's talk about Trump's perceived approach to racial and ethnic minorities. There have been several comments and actions Trump has displayed that have raised concerns about his attitude towards minorities. Although he claims to be the least racist person, some people feel that he has made inflammatory statements. Moving on to the fourth point, the Trump tax plan and its impact on the economy. While his tax plan did increase the economy and bolstered job growth, some argue it predominantly favored corporations and the wealthier population. The fifth point is the effectiveness of Trump's foreign policy initiatives, particularly towards North Korea and Iran. Some individuals argue that the increased sanctions on North Korea have led to better relations, while others argue the complete opposite. Now, let's talk about Trump's executive orders and their constitutionality. While some argue that he has taken advantage of his power as the president, others argue that he is doing what he promised during his election campaign. The role of social media in Trump's communication strategy is the seventh point. Undoubtedly, he has put to use his social media platforms to communicate with the American people in his unique style. This strategy has raised concerns about the decreasing significance of traditional journalism. The eighth point is the Trump administration's approach to climate change and environmental protection. While Trump and his administration may argue that the environment is a lesser priority to economic growth, the scientific community has documented the severity of the problem and the risks it poses. Now, let's shift to the Trump administration's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Whether you're a Trump supporter or not, one can hardly argue that things could have been handled differently. Although Trump has faced criticism for his slow response and erratic communication, others believe that he has done his best given the unprecedented situation. Lastly, the Trump administration's approach to healthcare and the efforts to repeal Obamacare. This issue evokes strong opinions on both sides. While Trump's administration promised a better alternative to Obamacare, the jury is still out on whether they have been successful. So there you have it. Guys, these are the 10 controversial points related to the Trump administration, and I certainly hope we were able to cover them all in an informative and engaging manner. Don't forget to share your opinions in the comments section below. Until the next time, take care.